Alrighty, sports fans. So, in this next session, or part rather, I don't know, we should call them parts or sessions. I like calling them sessions better. Let's call this a session. And call this next one a session 2. We're going to go ahead and recreate authentication for Deribit. 1. Analyze Deribit auth requirements on requests. 2. API. 2. Build out the API file to make these requests. So we can't even test this, fortunately, until. So first I need a Deribit test.deribit.com. We can't even test this until we have a request to make. Anyway. So first I need to create an account. I'll just cancel my order when I exit out of the vault. That's pretty cool. So my email is going to be Jared plus market. Oops, what did I break? There we go. Nick alias market. Password. Canada. Non-Quebec. I agree. Now I'm created successfully. I've got to go to my email, verify my account. Test Deribit. So what we need to do is we need to look up the Deribit API requests. Deribit. Bitcoin. Deribit is done plus market and gmail.com. Password. Good enough. Deribit API, JSON over WebSocket over HTTP, error codes. So somewhere in here it's going to give us the authentication methods. Public auth. Carol get with client ID and client secret. So we don't want that. Client credentials. Can I get an example of this? Exchange token, fork token. All right, let's get there. API. V2 auth example. Authentication API. Yeah, this will work. So here we are. We want to create an API key. API. And add a new key. Read write. And read write. And read write. And read write. Good enough. So my access key is going to be this. Okay. Good enough. So now Deribit V2 API. You are welcome. Your contributions are welcome. Somewhere in here it tells us how to do it. So it looks like, where's my, it looks like it's the same signature. You got a secret, client secret string design. The string is method URL expires body. This announce I need. Import random. Bit3 install random. So I need to announce. And what did I break here? Why are they broken? For I in range length a equals 2d2. A equals a plus random.rand int 09 str try this. That'll work. So that's my announce. Alright, good enough. HMAC new return signature computed client ID client secret timestamp equals do I need time? Import time. No, we already have time. Announce equals generate announce 10 endpoint. Good enough. We probably want a different endpoint. It's going to be our method. What's the URL? Oh, URL comes from. Actually, I don't know where URL comes from. URL equals prayer path URL. Method URL. Well, we'll find out afterwards. Endpoint method is get. Oh, method is get and then URL. R.method. Method equals get. Request data is method plus endpoint. Yep, method. URL is endpoint. What's body? Body equals prepared body. So the body is actually what we're sending, but that's endpoint. Endpoint is, so body is this. So URL expires. URL is this. Body is current. Method is get. URL is that. Body is that. Good enough. Method. Endpoint. String design. r.method plus URL. There really shouldn't have any lines. Maybe they should. Where's timestamp coming? Okay. Body plus request data string design timestamp plus nonce plus request data upper signature equals create signature. What is this signature? Signature equals so generate signature. Headers equals authorization. Do we have authorization? Where are my headers? API key, authenticator. None of this is what I want. R.headers is what I'm looking for. R.headers authorization equals Deribit. What's client ID? Client ID. Self.api key. Self.api key. Timestamp, signature, nonce, and once, whatever. Okay. Print headers is headers. Our request.get. Alright. Our headers. So somewhere in here is what I'm trying to get from. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. Headers. Okay, this is what I want. Testnet. This is all should be in the URL, I think. So I wish there was Swagger involved. Origin is spec URI. What is my config? No, I didn't. Okay, so what we want to do then is we want to do our request up here. Returner. What does this come in? Apply. It doesn't come in. Back Authenticator. Where does the URL come from? Where does apply come from? Apply. No. Where does R come from? R to prepare. Path URL. R.path URL. No. Not method. 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 API factory. Where does this come from? All right, let's just look in Bitmex here for a sec. Class Bitmex. Bitmex API key. Let's try and get market price. Public client.instrument.get. Oh, this is not going to be good. Self.public client. Public client dot training. What does Bitmex API return? Oh, so it's in the Swagger thing. That's all in the Swagger thing. And Swagger client is a thing. Alright, I wonder if Deribit Swagger. Go Deribit. Startup. Bitmex API. Alright, well, I'm going to have to build the whole thing for everything we need. But it's a connector. So I'm going to need to return an object called instrument with a function called instrument get. You know what? I'm not going to rebuild all of Swagger. I'm just going to make functions. Assume XBT-USD. It's not even called XBT-USD on Deribit, is it? UTC. Easy professional. So every single public client and private client dot. What is a public client? So if I feed an API key and API secret, it returns a private client. So this is my private client here. So really, I want a new class. I can even call it Swagger client if I'm being silly. Well, I mean, we rebuilt. This is actually a problem. The problem is that the Swagger client is a whole library built to interface with Bitmex's client or standards that it uses for its API, which is called Swagger, which is a fully compliant piece of technology that allows communication a certain way. So for every public client dot and private client dot in my Bitmex, I have to go ahead and private client dot. So how many do I have? Does it tell me? 14 matches, and for every public client dot, well, there's only one. No, there's a whole bunch, I think. Public client dot. I guess there's only one match for public client. So there's 15 endpoints that I need to train to consume Deribit's API that I have to rebuild according to what I think Swagger is returning, according to what I think the code is using. So really the next section is going to be backwards engineering Swagger to properly work with our new bot. And this is going to be hit or miss for the most part. It's possible. I mean, I've backward engineered stuff in the past, but it just makes it a lot more difficult. Wow, look at BTC. Look at it go. Anyway, it makes it a lot more difficult to... is there any other Bitmex backset, Bitmex WebSocket? There's another one here on message. So I have to rebuild all of this WebSocket stuff because there's no such thing as trade bin 1M and stuff for what's a handlers? Handlers. What do I set? Oh, right here, key, bind. All right. So I have to recreate the WebSocket, and then I have to recreate all the Swagger stuff. So those are going to be our next. Oh, and there's other signature stuff here too, which we should do in this session rather. Deribit. What is that? Oops. Deribit. WebSocket. In browsers, ticker is example. Example off. Example for WebSocket private API. Managed to make it work. REST client, WebSocket. It did it. New WebSocket. Maybe it says the endpoint doesn't work like that. Where are my action arguments? The test.deribit.com/ with everyone. Nope. Uh, hmm. What I really need to know. Can I subscribe? Deribit API. Deribit WebSocket. WebSocket. So these are all public. No, margin persistent aren't. Where's the message come in? So I have to open the endpoint and then send it a message. WS dot run forever, close, run forever. How do I send a message using? Because I just have to subscribe. What is WebSocket? That WebSocket app. WebSocket. Import web. Can I have Python? Python. Okay. Import WebSockets. So WebSockets is not what I have. WebSockets. Async with WebSockets connect. And then await WebSockets. So I'm going to just use WebSockets. Suit. Oh, what did I just break? So we don't have RAM. Pip3 install WebSockets. Let's just use WebSockets instead. So for WebSockets, I need a message for each of these endpoints. Do I have? Yeah, API console. Okay. A message for each of these endpoints. So let's go back one. I can't. So async with call API. Message. Asyncio. Import Asyncio. Pip3 install Asyncio. Asyncio. Okay. So what I need is this async call. How do I do an all message? Doesn't tell me. Really, I just want to do the authentication here. It doesn't really tell me how to. This is just subscribe. It'll tell me, I think this tells me how to do the private one, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, yeah. I just need to do the signature with a REST client signature, which I think we already have done. Await WebSockets.send message. Send message. So I gotta subscribe to all these different things. So here's one message. ID's gotta be random. Import random. Random.rand, and I think it's what's called 0. Enough. Method public subscribe. So how many of these are public subscribes? Or was it trade bin, trade bin, trade bin? So in my API, trade. Is this WebSocket? I don't know if this is WebSocket. I guess they're all WebSocket, aren't they? Trade. Trade bin. Instrument name. See perpetual. Start sequence. Cat. Old. False. WS. WS request. Oh, that's easy. Can I copy this? Whoops. Message equals. So this is my trade bin, I guess. That's a return. ID equals random.rand int 0, 9. And we really don't care about the bin anyway, because as far as I understand, the bin is set. I wonder if the bin matters. Well, whatever. Message equals, whatever this is, send message. Now we're subscribed. That's the trade bins. We need the instrument. Instrument. Ticker. Instrument. C perpetual. WS. Request. Message equals dupa dupa. And the ID has to be, okay, well, we can actually just do 0 here, because that's the increment, right? WS send message. So that's the instrument. We also need margin, position, wallet, order book L2, order book by order book by, no, just order book. BTC perpetual. Depth level 2. Whoops. Yeah. And depth is 2. WS. Did I get a response on this? Yep. Added 2. And message equals. So we can actually change the name of our session here too, because we're actually rebuilding the good old WebSockets. send message. So I have to change how I interpret all these two, but that's through the Swagger thing. Okay, what else do I need? Margin, position, wallet. Margin. Okay, margins. Margin, position, wallet. Balance. Wallet. Account. Summary. Balance wallet. Balance wallet. What am I thinking of? No access tokens. Use private methods. Use token tab or execute public auth to obtain a file token. No, we can do that on our own. Get our own token using REST signature create thing. What I want margin. Well, we can do position. Get position. Bit disable virtual request. What is this? Whoopsie daisy. Request is this. What else am I breaking here? Because I need to do stuff other than the send. Responses rate WebSocket receive. So somewhere we do have to wait it though. We can do this, I guess. Okay. Position, margin, wallet. So margin is my balance, and wallet is margin is my available balance. I wonder what wallet is. Test app? No, test. There's gotta be a way to grab my balance though. Deribit. Grab balance. You know what I can do as well, if this doesn't work the way I expect it to? Rather than rebuild the whole Swagger thing, which we might actually do to tell you the truth. What do we have for this runtime? 38 minutes. Let's put this on hold. I think I have a plan for what to do to get everything to pull the data. What we could possibly do is, instead of using this WebSockets file and instead of using the API file, where are we? Let's go look. Instead of using this WebSocket file and this API file, what we could easily do is in the Bitmex PY, not worry about our public clients, except for creating us using a Deribit API Python. Package. I'm sure we can create a REST client with a key and secret. So our public client and private client would be the same thing. Client.index, client.account. I mean, doesn't have WebSocket? Web. Hang on. Do we even need WebSocket? Because we can probably replace all the WebSocket stuff with REST calls. Well, that's probably way easier than what we were attempting to do. So let's try that. We're going to close this particular session on, well, I mean, we can end it with actually connecting using the Deribit Python package. Deribit API. Pip3 install Deribit API. There we go. Key and secret. What is our OS number on Bitmex test? API key and secret. Derivative. Oops. Put this way up here. And then all we need to do is use our API key and secret here. API. How do I do this using testnet? API. Using testnet, we're going to go ahead and whoops, what that break? Testnet. No, test. Aha, so it doesn't tell us how to use test. Deribit API. Test. What did I just break? Test. Alright, www. So if URL is URL, self.key, self.secret, self.session, self.url, key secret URL, or www.deribit. That just means that we need to pass it a URL in this third thing here, which is going to be test.deribit.com. Good enough. So now we're on the testnet. So this is going to be our client, and it's going to be both of these. And then all we got to do is rebuild our calls to private client and public client. I don't know where the WebSocket thing comes involved here. WebSocket. And I don't know what this Chinese text is for. Anyway, we just created our authentication using a much easier method than I originally planned. And we're going to go ahead and rebuild all of these API calls by back engineering, like I said, the Swagger stuff into, and it's going to be difficult because we got to deal with all these Lambda things and rebuild these tables. What is retry? Lambda. So yeah, I gotta figure out what a lambda does. Private client position. I mean, it's not gonna be that difficult because all we need to do is figure out our position. See? Positions. Retrieve positions. But I gotta rephrase how these functions work. Anyway, we'll worry about that in the next session. Good night.